Let's go.
Yo, what is going on, guys? It's me, the Ninja Reviewer here. Welcome to my review of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic Season 6, Episode 20, 2-0 review of Viva Los Pegasus! Viva Los Pegasus! Viva Los Pegasus! Thank you very much. And don't say I'm copying off of Dr. Wolf, because I'm not. Okay? Don't claim that shit. I'm not copying off fucking Dr. Wolf. Just saying. Just making that description. Anyways. Come on. It's an obvious fucking joke. Who gives a shit? Anyways. Moving on from this review. So when it comes to this episode of MLP, let's just start with the actual story base. The story base is yet another one. Another map episode that we're getting this season. Which, okay, fine. You know, more of the map, which is actually pretty great. I heard we're supposed to get, like, one more map episode before the finale, if I'm not mistaken. I think there's, like, one more map episode we're supposed to get this season. I think that's it. So, I don't think this is the last of the map yet. I think we have, like, one more episode with that, if I'm not mistaken. But, again, put it in the comments down below if you remember. I think it's episode 24 we're going to have it, but I'm not so sure. I don't remember. But, regardless, though, so the map sends this time Applejack and Fluttershy to Los Pegasus. Okay, so they go to Los Pegasus, and I gotta have to say, the design of Los Pegasus looks really well done. I mean, excuse me, the animators did a really well job actually animating the exact replica of almost how like Las Vegas will look, except it has like stuff that's not really, you know, that's not really all adult-like games. Like, you know, there's not enough, like, gambling and shit like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we don't really have too many of, like, the whole slot machine things, like, the whole gambling things. There is a roller coaster. I did hear, I've never been to Vegas, don't quote me on that. But I did hear there was a roller coaster thing you could ride inside Las Vegas, if I'm not mistaken. I've never been there myself, but that's, like, you know, what I basically heard and everything. But regardless, though, there are some stuff that isn't really, like, Las Vegas-is. I know, that's weird. Like, actual, like, games that you would play, like, at a gambling casino. Like, there are some stuff that kids would play at an arcade, like a whack-a-mole game, like that one game where you, like, roll the ball and shit like that, and you get in the hole, and you get, like, points and shit like that. Yeah, so, you know, I think there is, you know, some usual gambling casino shit that you would see. However, though, and of course, you know, what casino without... Oh, wait, I forgot to mention, too. What casino would be without a DDR machine? Let that sink in for a second. A DDR machine in a casino. And an MLP, regardless, man. When I saw that fucking DDR boot, that shit was cool as hell. Like, But, man, what DDR, man? Upgrade to Step Mania or something, because, I know, I'm just saying, though. But that was actually a really cool, nice touch. Anyways, next thing, though, what I really like, of course, like any other, you know, thing in Las Vegas or casinos, are the shows. And there are a lot of shows, mind you. Even in Atlantic City, you know, when I've been there, you know, there were shows. But, when it comes to that, though, we see that, you know, there's a lot of performance, because, oh, yeah, before we get to that, though, we get introduced to Gladman. Gladman, that's his name? Yeah, Gladman. And this dude, I swear to God, is the love child of Elvis and, Jay Leno. Yeah, let's go with that. Because he's got that same funky hairstyle. So it's like the love child of Jay Leno and Elvis. Which is like, what the fuck? I mean, it sort of looks like him. A lot of people say like he's more like Elvis plus Donald Trump. But I don't see much of the Donald Trump in him, to be perfectly honest. I mean, yeah, you know, that again, Jay Leno isn't like a rich asshole or anything like that. I mean, okay, we all know a better comparison would be Donald Trump, but to me, I don't really think it would be like more like Donald Trump. I would just say he's just some like greedy, rich asshole, but not like there's much of a difference there. I don't want to get into political stuff, but just saying. Anyways, so we get him, and especially because he's more inspired by Elvis. Let's just go with that, okay? Let's just go with that, and he's pretty much, you know, saying like, thank you very much, like, oh yeah, and get used to that. There's one time, I swear to God, he did like a JonTron, and he was like, yeah, and I'm like, what the fuck, are you JonTron now? Yo, like, what the hell, man, you're not JonTron, what the hell? So, Anyway, so when, you know, he was basically introducing himself, he knew who Fluttershy and Applejack were, and basically gave him a tour of the entirety of Las Pegasus with the show stars, and basically it seems like they were all getting along just fine, also do you think. And then we get introduced to the brothers. The brothers. And no, I'm not trying to be, you know, wait, so I'm trying to make a Super Mario Brothers, down the brothers, you know, that shit, you know, that brothers. Yeah, but it's not really the Super Mario Brothers, it is the Flimflam Brothers. Okay, so the Flimflam Brothers, they're back for their 3rd episode, and I'm like, oh no, not these guys again. Really? This is like the 3rd time, you guys. Like, I thought you learned from this from now. Like, I thought when you have someone like Applejack, she could smell your bullshit from a mile away, but I gotta give props where props were due. The Flimflam Brothers were actually really good in this episode. Like, I really thought it was gonna be like, oh lord, like, no, what did I gotta do this time? Shit, what are these guys gonna do? I'm like, oh. But regardless though, when it comes to the Flimflam Brothers as a whole, they actually were really good in this episode. Like, in fact, they were actually really talented. But this is actually one of the Flimflam Brothers episodes I actually really liked, because they weren't, you know, your typical con artists like they were back in the day. They were basically just working under Gladman, and Gladman pretty much, you know, gave them this false accusation that one of them isn't doing as good as the other one, and that's why they have their subtle differences. So the friendship problem is really trying to get all these other ponies, not just to get along, but to find out what Gladman was really up to. You know, why he's always just so friendly all the time. So he can't just always just be that positive. So I knew something was up with Gladman, and I was right. He is pretty much a so-called villain in this episode. And basically, what he does is pretty much, he doesn't really care about other ponies getting along or not. He basically just wants to make money. Simple as that. The dude just wants to make money. He doesn't really care now other ponies getting along. It's like, hey, you know what? Hey, as long as they help me out with my show and everything, you know, hey, I'm still making the big bucks. I really don't even care. But here's the flaw I found this in this little plan of his, though. Here's the problem with this plan. It would not work anyway if the group would have, you know, like, let's say they separated. Like, let's just say, you know what? I'm never working with this guy or this girl ever again. And let's just, you know, get the fuck out. That would be pretty big flaw in your plan, because then what will be the point? You would still lose money regardless, because they'll be leaving out of view. Unless there's some kind of way, you know, that again, maybe there's some kind of way you could have hustled them, like with money or something like that, which would have made sense, but I don't really know about that. So, yeah, so that right there seems a little bit of a whole possibility in that plan of his. And then also, I really did like the ponies we got. Like, we got the acrobatic pony, which was cool. I did like the one with the Siegfried and Roy ponies, which I thought those are my favorite. The Siegfried and Roy ponies are actually my favorite, especially those little hamster. What were they, like guinea pigs or something like that? They were so adorable. They were so cute, and I like Fluttershy. Just her having fun with them. It was just like so adorable, just seeing her have fun, because you know she's really great with animals, of course. So anyways, Flim and Flam, Applejack and Fluttershy had a plan to expose Gladman by actually exposing him over, you know, like, so everybody can hear through like a microphone, or just to expose him, to get like a secret recording of him about what his plans are, like as a little interview. And Fluttershy disguised herself as like more money or more rich, I think she was, like Miss More Rich or some shit like that, I forget. But regardless though, you know, it was actually a pretty cute and also very, very nice disguise, I gotta say. Like, really nice job on Fluttershy's part there. So, and I really did like the way at the very end of the episode where like AJ and Fluttershy just exposed Gladman for what he was. And yeah, that was actually my best moment right there, where it's like just seeing this guy suffer. And I love AJ's little joke at the end. It's like, Gladman has left the building. Yes, I'm like, yo, that was a great line. I like that, because that's so referenced Elvis, especially the way, you know, he was. And it was really great at the end to see them. So even the Flimflam Brothers were actually really good in this episode. I really liked it, because it does get to show that, you know, you can't trust someone that's always extremely nice. You know, there's always some kind of catch to it, like in the end. And it turns out it seems like, you know, we were right when it comes to Gladman himself. So he should have learned, judging from because you want to make money off of ponies that, you know, basically don't get along with each other is not really, you know, the best, you know, yeah. So, yeah, so it turns out it's like, you know, the way of, like, I guess you could say the moral was, like, cruel workmanship, how it's like, you can't, you know, have a business and, like, not people get along with each other, because, yes, that does sort of hurt it, because either way, what would be the whole point if you hire these people and they just quit out the spot? So, again, that was one of my problems with the episode. It's like, okay, like, why did he decide to do this whole thing when in the end he could have lost the money anyway? I mean, don't get me wrong, I like the way he got exposed, but at the same time, it's like, it's a bit flaw in their plan there. So, yeah, just saying there. Yeah, and overall, I really wish we could have got to see, you know, and I really did wish we got to see Fluttershy and Applejack do something fun, like, even though, I mean, yeah, we did get to see them, you know, go around there, but it would have been really cool for them to explore more and actually do some activities before they left Los Pegasus. That would have been pretty cool. Like, I would have loved to see them do that. Like, you know, hang around, have a montage of them doing shit. Then I would have given this, like, a great episode. It would have been good for that as a more memorable. But for this one, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. It was a very good episode. I really loved the designs of Los Pegasus. I liked the plot for this episode. The story did work. The Flimflam Brothers were not actually bad in this episode. They were actually really good in this episode. They weren't just the usual typical con men or trustworthiness that they were back in the other 2 episodes. These people pretty much changed, except for a little bit where they kind of trolled Applejack at the end, and he got all the crowds of people just to swarm all over, you know, with them getting like a, you know, getting in the way of the crowds. It's like, Flim, and that was actually kind of funny. But, you know, in reality, they're not really the same comment, which I'm glad they got, like, a relief of change, which I am so glad for that, because I swear to God, and you know what's so different? We didn't even get a song from them this time. Usually we get, like, a FLIM and FLAM, you know, jolly good song from the 2 brothers, but no, we didn't get a song. I was like, aw, man, yo, I was really expecting a song for this episode. I'm like, son of a bitch, we didn't get one this time. But regardless, though, I still liked it. A very good episode. Not a great episode, not a fantastic episode. Again, there was a little bit of a flaw of Gladman's plan anyway. And I really wish, you know, we could have seen, like, a whole bunch of more of Los Pegasus. Like, I really wish, you know, Fluttershy and Applejack could have done all the cool shit. Like, besides just going on the tour, they could have done all the cool shit, like play all the games. Like, I would really like to see, like, Applejack and Fluttershy play DDR. That would have been fucking cool. But regardless, though, it was a very good episode. 4 out of 5. That's what it deserves. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section below of this week's episode of MLP. And I will see you guys next week for episode 21, which we're finally getting a Starlight Glimmer-based episode after, like, what? How many episodes this season now? And then now at the very end game we're getting one. And I know we're definitely getting one at the very end with the finale. So if you see my video of that, stick around for that, because the hype is real, yo! Alright, so we're almost there. So we're almost at halfway point. We're on episode 21. I am super psyched. And I have been hearing some stuff about this plot for this next episode, and it does intrigue me. I want to see where this actually goes for a Starlight Glimmer based episode. And there's another episode I'm even hyped for, which is like 2 episodes after that one. The when the apple lies. I hope it's that episode. Yo, if that is, I might do a live reaction to that episode. Maybe, if that's gonna be the case. Yo, okay, I'll stop. Alright, so that's it. I'm done. This is Ninja Reviewer signing out because I gotta go anyway because I gotta go to work soon. I know I did this review kind of late, but I was doing stuff and I was just really tired from work and also just hanging out with friends on the weekend, stuff like that. So yeah, and plus there's no One Piece episode or Dragon Ball Super, so I just let this one go last anyway. So yeah, so this is the Ninja Reviewer signing out. Peace, soul, love, God, chicken grease, and the sky is the limit. And manga fans, keep supporting what you read and what you watch. And bronies, brohu, brony on. I'll see you guys next week for episode 21. All the little things she does, or every little thing she does, I think that's what it's called, yeah. So anyways, yeah. Bye-bye.